Well, especially in the second half, Alan, I do think that I thought, to be fairly honest, I don't know what you think, Gabby, but I thought even in the first half, I thought Bayern Munich looked a little bit lackluster to me.
Yeah,
I
there was an attic, was there?
I found them very slow,
Mm,
pedestrian. There wasn't really any cutting edge to it, and obviously United had a few breakaways and that very big chance with Ericsson putting the ball in for Police Street. You need to take those chances. You need to get your noses in
yeah.
front. And that would have changed the game, or at least it would have made the game differently. But then to concede that first goal, and after that it was basically Man United of Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I did say as well, Rennie, this morning earlier that the little bits I did see was Bayern. I agree with you. This is not a classic, a top Bayern Munich side. I don't think City at the moment have got anything to worry about.
No, but still a long way. It's still early in the season, and I'm sure that Bayern will get stronger. They've got a strong squad. Harry has hit the ground running, scoring goals, and he will score a lot of goals this season. So I don't worry about that. I think in that respect, I think Erik Ten Hag has got bigger problems to worry about at the moment.
Do
Yeah.
you think it's too easy as well, Rene, to get through Manchester United's midfield? Because yesterday, again, Bayern Munich, 19 shots on Manchester United's goal. But I look at Casemiro, Fernandes, Ericsson, and there's not enough legs in there for me.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And every team that they're going to come up against will capitalize on it. You need to have energy. You need to have legs in the middle of the park. And obviously with Casemiro again yesterday, it's really funny, really, because you look at the game and he's basically pedestrian, all the game. And then he chips in with two goals because that is where he's most dangerous. That's where he's been at his best for Manchester United. But his real job to control that midfield, to keep hold of possession and to like I said, to patrol that midfield. He's most of the time he's on his own, and because he hasn't got the legs to control that area, people run off him all the time.
Yeah. Onana, listen, I'm not saying he's not a good goalkeeper. Of course he is, but is he that much better than David De Gea? For me, Gabby, I think Gabby touched on it, that maybe a signing of a midfield player might have been more beneficial for United, or a centre forward rather than another goalkeeper.
Well, they got obviously Amrabat coming in, so we have to wait and see how he's going to slot into midfield. Obviously, you got Højlund, which was a positive for me that at least he got a goal, so he's got that monkey off his back. Onana is a good goalkeeper. You can see straight away why Erik Ten Hag has brought him in, because he's worked with him, he knows him, and he's obviously very, very good with his feet. But at the end of the day, the most important thing for goalkeepers is to keep the ball out of the net.
Yeah.
But we have seen those sort of mistakes from De Gea as well. So that's what happens. Like Ten Hag says, when you make a mistake, obviously when it's a goalkeeper, you get exposed to it, but you lose as a team. And I think that's where he's referring to all the time. And that, to me, hints me a little bit. That is what needs to be addressed, because yesterday as well, there was a few moments in the game where I thought the body language isn't right. Something just doesn't smell right for me at the moment. It's not a team that is clicking, together in every aspect of the game.
Manchester United play Saturday 8 p.m. away to Burnley, live on talkSPORT, Rene. But if Manchester City beat Forest, they could end up being 12 points behind Manchester City if they lose to Burnley. How much pressure will be on Ten Hag if they lost that game?
Well, there will be pressure, because that's obviously normal part of the game, especially if you are the manager of Manchester United or any big club in the Premier League, because you've got ambitions, and you need to try to meet those expectations. But it is definitely not the start that Erik has envisioned. But if you look back a few weeks ago, and I think I was on the show as well, Alan, with you, where I said he is clearly managing his expectations. He's not really saying, "Oh, we are going to do this, we are going to do that." So somewhere down the line, he wasn't fully sure about where his team was. And look at the start of the season; it's definitely not where he wanted to be, for sure.
Yeah. Rennie, just one last one. North London derby coming up Sunday. Arsenal Spurs. Ange has started really well at Spurs. Arteta's got Arsenal playing. Who do you fancy?
Arsenal was very impressive yesterday. I watched that game as well against PSV. But there you go again. There's a team that has basically, over the years that Arteta has been working with him, he's strengthened them with his transfers. It's a team with a lot of confidence. Ange has done a fantastic job early on with Tottenham to making sure that these boys are buying into what he wants. So it's going to be an absolute fantastic derby, but I still think Arsenal will edge it.
Yeah. Brilliant, Rene. Thank you for your time
Rene.
again, Rene. Thank you very much. Speak later. Thank you.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.